Live again. Got not only some squats and weighted dips, we're gonna start with an overhead press and some weighted pull-ups. Normally I don't film those, but I thought why not combine the two sessions. Normally I spread it out in 2 days. Today, all at once. Let's go. Gonna start with an overhead press. Overhead press, we're gonna do 65 kilos 4 times 5. Easy warm up. What do you have? In the house? Sam in the house. Evening, sir. Good evening. Good evening, Sam. Do a small warm up. Did just 50 burpees just to warm up the body a little bit to get the blood flowing. And some mobility work. Let's press this once. And then we come over to the working set. Just slowly let the body adapt, and then we can do the 65. So, do a half on there. Also on this side. So, I got a bit more weight and stuff. Like I said, don't share the overhead presses that much lately. I used to make them every week, but you know, sometimes easier to just quickly do it. And I'm not pressing big weights or doing anything impressive. So yeah. And also, the reason why I do this, I can explain it also, do this after the set. Five. So, the reason why I do the overhead press is not to get some huge shoulders, but actually I started my overhead press only to support my handstand push-ups and my handstands and that kind of stuff, because I see this as an accessory movement to get better at my calisthenic skills. And most important, all of the handstand work. You need power if you want to do handstands, planches, any type of that stuff. So that's why we do it. The Nigerian nightmare. Are you related to Jean-Claude Van Damme? No. Jean-Claude Van Damme is Belgium and I am Dutch. So a little bit in country on top. Good evening, Mark. Voedselwind in the house. First set done. But I appreciate the comment, the Jean-Claude comment. I have been compared to him a little bit more. I wish I could do a split like him. Practice my stretching mobility, but far from a split. Second set. I'm gonna do 4 sets of these, by the way. And I was getting at a higher weight lately, but last block I dialed it back to improve my form a little bit more. So I was noticing that I was, I was not strict with my form, so sometimes dial it back, start back over with a lighter weight and then move back up, and you can improve your form and your stance and everything you do. Breathing, you name it. Are you doing any meetups with the Discord guys? Not particularly with the Discord group, but I do with some people in the Discord group. So, and next year we're gonna have probably a meetup in London, in England, because we had 2 times a meetup in the Netherlands already, and so yeah, that's what's up. So I need 2 sets. I need 2 sets more, and then we're gonna move to the weighted pull-ups. Sham in the house. Tjibbe just dropped into the stream as I'm modding elsewhere. Cool, thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, lots of people know each other. I see you guys also sometimes hopping from one person to another. People like these lives, but yeah, I think. Oh, I forgot to set my watch. I can keep track of the time a little bit. I try to do this as quick as possible, but last reps need a little bit of an oomph in it. Cool. Join. I'm in London. Nice. So, yeah, I think if you keep the Discord group, if you check the Discord group, there probably will be something in there that people post about it. I haven't watched the group in a while because, you know, I'm already busy, you know, I told people before, but I'm already busy with Instagram, busy with YouTube, and just dealing with another app is a little bit too much for me. So I understand that people like it, but I try to shorten my time on the screen a little bit, because it's too much to me to keep up with. Need one more? Huh? Yeah. Also a nice way to let my body adapt to some weight, also for the squats. But now first some weighted pull-ups. Got some heavy weight, so I hope I can do some nice sets with it. Change up some stuff. So, I'm gonna do the 42.5. I need 2.5. Just take it here. Gonna leave my my 20s on for my warm up for my squats later. So I have it already prepared for when I start. So I did 4 times 5 overhead press, 65 kilos. Now I got 42.5 kilos, and I'm gonna do 3 sets, max number of reps. Just see what I'm gonna get. That's it. Last time, last block, I got a triple 2. So let's see. The whole week already, and my hands are busted from blood blisters that are repairing. But yeah, this is what it is. Maybe I do some stuff after my weights here, but just can see how I feel and everything. Three, barely, but got it. So, and with these, I really need to get stronger. So, 3, oh, mess that up. And I also let my previous blocks on there, only from, my last block, so I can compare it a bit. And if I do only a little bit more, I'm already happy. That way I can keep progressing. En we have Kelsey now. Perfect timing. Ik ben ook in de gym. Welke gym? Trouwens, waar ben je? Some people know Kelsey. I train more often. And he likes the weights. Even more than I do. He's the weight king. We have Tico in the building. Salute. Also a well-known guy in this community. Have to rest a little bit up. I want to get my max number of reps. I think we're gonna get a 2 now. But as long as I can do 1 rep more at one set, that is improvement. And my overall is higher, I'm happy. When you're dealing with big weights, don't think the progress comes easy. Sometimes you have weeks or months with very little to no progress. But you have to hammer that shit. 2. And leave that to 2. I'm only gonna burn up with my 3rd rep, which I'm not gonna make. I wanna get my rep as good as I can. So, next set, I needed to keep my overall just a bit higher. That's Kelsey. Zo even de leg press de man maken. Kelsey is gonna do the leg press. Hey, maar welke gym? Oh, Arnhem Zuid. So, if some Dutch people are living in Arnhem, Kelsey is training in Arnhem, in the south. So. Oh, by Basic Fit, around the corner, of course. Beast, Dutchdestroyer. Thank you, Tico. Appreciate that. It's funny, I don't consider myself a beast, because I consider myself pretty normal, but and the Dutch Destroyer, pretty funny, it's actually just a joke. Not here for myself. But Kelsey is complaining, it's just like a zoo over there. So they're packed, of course, with people. I also got a basic fit around the corner, by the way. When I walk to the supermarket, I see that. And in the evening, it is totally packed, just like a zoo, like Kelsey says. It's full with people, and I'm so happy. Like I don't have to wait for people. I don't have people sweating over my stuff. I don't be bothered with anybody, you know. Oh, just horny a gym like this. I think Kelsey's a little bit jealous, but Kelsey now has a new home, and he's gonna build a paradise, and fitness paradise there. 1,000 Navy SEALs not normal. I even did that a couple of times. Yeah. And I got it on the board here. Last time I did 1,000 Navy SEAls. That was in 2 hours, 58 minutes and 12 seconds. Just under the 3 hours. I was really happy with that. So I need to goal is to break that, of course. Because we're gonna do it at some point again. And also, I did almost everything already you can think of with burpees. So, for me the most logical thing is to improve my times and get the best. But I got a couple of routines, by the way, in mind which I still want to do. But most of the routines I already did. That's what you get when you're already 5 years doing this shit or so. I needed 2 now. Let's go. So, struggle a bit, but also, and I at some point gonna plateau with this weighted pull-ups, weighted chin-ups and higher. But when I'm gonna plateau with this one, I just dial it back. Gonna progress again with a lighter weight, and then move up again, and then we'll get stronger pretty fast. Because when I hit a lower weight now, by example, if I go back now to a weight like a 20s or something like that, I'm gonna fly up and do way more reps. So maybe when I'm gonna hit the ones and nones, I'm gonna drop down and progress up. I think from a 20 or so. And then it will take me months to get back to this weight again. But then I'm way stronger. So let's see. Yes, I'm jealous. The upper floor is gonna be real nice. Lekker hoor. Ze zijn binnen. Wat binnen? Do you have some equipment inside already? Let me know, Kelsey. Okay. I'm gonna start the squats. Already. Oh, not that long. About 15 minutes in or so. Check the video. Check the better here. Oh, 20 minutes already. Okay. I pressed my clock a little bit later. But I got an idea over how long this all gonna take me. And I don't time my breaks, I just feel it out. And that is enough for me. I want to be in contact with it, with my body, most of the time. good. Squats are stable. Just 60, lightweight. Naar binnen. Oh, yeah. So, I got 1 rep more on my pull-ups now. Got a 3, 2, 2 with a 42.5. So, next time if I can do an 3, 3, 2, that's gains. Let's jump to 100. I'm not in a hurry, so just gonna take my time. These are not working sets yet, so just warming up, playing around. I did some pause squats, just to vary. Got last week, somebody was asking me about some pause squats. I said maybe next time, so got it. Een pause squat met een slow eccentric. And then my first working set is 107.5. So, doe je dat hier. Japes in the house. Yes sir. You're not wearing a shirt now. Never. Yeah, I'm always today wearing red shorts. Hide. Like I said, I got 4 of these pants, something like that. Maybe even more, I don't know. I think a little bit. This one. This one. It's 5. This is 7.5. Just by this thing. I got a kettlebell lying over here. I need to pay attention because I got all kinds of weights littering around here. And a 7.5. Let's go. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. This one I want to do a bit quicker, just for the sake of variation. Next up is 125. Also for 5, by the way. And my third set is going to be an AMRAP set, so as much as possible. Well, 2.5. Then 2.5 here. And yes, it is above 20, 120. So we're gonna use a belt. Let's first take a look here. What do we have here? So what are you doing? First I had, oh, I need to turn the camera for the squats. Forgot about that, sorry. First I had my overhead press, 65 kilos, 4 times 5. Then I had my weighted pull-ups with 42.5 kilos, 3 sets, so 3, 2, 2. And now I'm gonna do my squats. First working set was 107.5. Second is 125, both for 5 reps. The 140 is next, AMRAP. And next up are weighted dips as last. And we need to do those with 60 kg. That's what's up. So that is what I am doing. So cool that you did exercise today. I squat, shoulder, raise, jumping jacks and high knees. Nice. Good work. Oh, Clark. Sorry Clark, I missed you. What are you asking here? What are your thoughts on the physique of Bruce Lee and were you ever inspired by him? Of course. You know, of course I was watching, when I was little I was watching his movies. Fucking awesome. Bruce Lee is a legend, you know? And I think nobody is discussing that. There will be the first one to do that. Leg press, 255. Nice. Let's go Kelsey. And Tjibbe in my earplugs. So you hear me blabber in your earplugs while you're working out in the zoo called Basic Fit. Nice. So, let's go. I thought so, brother. You're into martial arts and training in general. No doubt. Bruce Lee inspired you. Yeah. When I was a young boy, I was watching his movies already. So, yeah, of course. Everybody wanted to be, as a young boy, some kind of martial arts specialist and a ninja and shit. I'm watching Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal, Bruce Lee, all those guys. Fucking awesome. Rambo. It's not really martial arts specialist, but yeah. All those bad guys, huh? Funny. And I like also the old cartoons, by the way, where men really look like fucking beasts. The He-Man type shit. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. Okay. So now I need to go to 140. And I didn't look at my schedule here. I think 137.5 for 5. If I'm right. Yeah. So I hope to get 4. And when I did my 140 for the first time, by the way, I got 3. I also have that still on the board. Oh, let's see. Got a bunch of comments. Ja, you're welcome Clark, of course. Zoekende naar alle zware gewichten. Kelsey is collecting all the heavy weights in the gym to put on his leg press. I believe Van Damme was from your country, that's correct. No, he's Belgian. So, Belgium was at some point part of the Netherlands. but they split up long time ago. Don't know when exactly anymore, but was a while back. Maybe time of Napoleon or something like that. I don't even know anymore. I should know it, but yeah. Maybe in a moment of clarity I can remember that. And now I have to. Now I'm thinking and talking. That is never a good combination. Still need this one, by the way. So Kelsey is hoarding the weights in the gym. He's that guy that's collecting everything. Nobody has some. Van Damme physique was a bit bulkier compared to Bruce Lee. True, but they also did different stuff. By the way, everybody is different. So people like to compare bodies a lot, and you know, you can do that of course, but I think it's more important to understand that everybody has his own build and his own goals and his own, you know, yeah, set of exercise he likes. So, and that is why we become so different. You know, never strive to become somebody else or have somebody else's body. Just work hard, see what you get, be happy with it. That's it. 255 times 16 for Kelsey on the leg press. Let's go. Fucking awesome. I believe Bruce Lee was a naturally small guy with a thin waist. A Westerner won't look like him and vice versa. Bruce could never be big. Why not? Everybody can be big. No, everybody can be small, everybody can be big. And you have also those people who say, oh yeah, you have the certain body types. No. It just depends on how you eat and how you train. That's it. Anybody can be fat. Anybody can be skinny. It's just what you put in your body and how you move. Fast and strong above bulking and looking. True. Agreed. Be the best you can be. Yeah, you need to focus on yourself, not so much on others. Also, people get distorted self-image through that. Because if you want to look at somebody that you at a body type you want, if you want to achieve a body type that you can't have, you're getting a distorted view because you're achieving something you know you won't gonna get, and that's why people take gear, do plastic surgery, you know, and getting only more insecure with everything they do, I think. Let's see. What was I saying? 4? Shall I go for 4? 140? Let's count also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 blocks back. This was my PR weight. Now we're all already wrapping it for reps. One. 2. 3. 4. I got what I wanted. You can say me, you can say anything about that. I do believe that needs to be better, but first you need to get strong, and then you can work more with your technique, your depth, etc. So, got that out of the way. These AMRAP sessions with these big weights are the most exciting part for me. Now I got my dips. 60 kg weighted dips, easy work. We're going for the 265. Let's go, come on Kelsey. Press those plates through the fucking ceiling. Tjibbe, I'm becoming, yeah. People say the 3 best barbell lifts are squats, bench press and deadlift. You can add one more movement. It's making the perfect 4. What exercise would you choose? Ooh, I think a squat. Yeah. Deadlifts I did on a regular basis, not anymore. I should incorporate them more. Also the stiff leg deadlifts, by the way, they're real good for the hamstrings. But I think squat, just for building power. You know, I do a lot of push-ups already, so I got that in. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of pulling, so my back and everything is getting worked. What are you saying more? Yeah, so the bench press not. Oh, if you want to add a 4th one, that's the overhead press, of course, always. What about the hex bar deadlift? I never did a hex bar deadlift. So, I'd love to have a hex bar, but maybe if I have a bigger room and everything, that you know, it's just too big to have here. But I would love one. But I would also love more different types of bars, you know, when I have all the room. Maybe also, you know, if you want to have good bars, they cost a lot of money. But maybe eventually I will get a whole collection and everything. Though that will be nice. I have a whole collection of different bars on my wall. You know, I also want the bars with the handles like this, the curved one. You know, that will be awesome. Oh, I would also, I've looked for that, by the way. I would like to get a bamboo bar, but only Rogue has those, as far as I know. Those are real funny because they are bouncy and moving, but really expensive. So yeah, I could afford one, but you know how often am I gonna use it? So you know, it's a bit, you know, weighing that off. But the bamboo bar, that will be on my wishing list. Need to get more stuff ready. Yeah. Let's prepare my dips. Let's do some. Up. Did a couple days ago also a couple hundred dips with the Game Bros, with Gus and with Aldo, who says motivation. So that was nice. Just wrapping out 100 pulls, 100 dips, then again 100 dips, 100 pulls as fast as possible. That was a nice set. And also a nice afternoon, I would say. Always have a good time with those guys. And I was hitting yesterday a small set of seals, and I was feeling it still, even so. Fuck, did I miss some stuff? Yeah. Pull-ups, good pick. Yeah. Overheadpress, nice. Nice pick, yeah. 265 times 16. Let's go, Kelsey. Put this fucking plate to the roof. Walking lunges. Lunges, yeah. Lunges are also a bit underestimated, I think, because they're real functional. And they hit real hard. And normal lunges, you know, they're okay. But walking lunges are just devastating. So yeah, I need to do those more also. I did them, by the way, a couple of weeks ago. But I did a set off camera. I did first and then 150 seals. Then I did I was thinking maybe 50 pulls. And then it's closing off with dips, leg raises and walking lunges. But that was just a training for myself in the park. I only have to pay attention and don't let those planes slide on my toes. No problem. Check this. It works the full body. Yeah, true. Most people don't realize it, but when you do lunges, you really need to contract the core, or else you lose balance. So the core is really important with the lunges. As soon as you realize that, you know, you're doing this with a totally different mindset. And put it like that. Bamboo. How much weight can it hold? I don't know, to be honest. It can hold a lot of weight because it is a rope bar. The rope makes excellent stuff as far as I know. Don't have experience with it, but as far as I can tell from other videos. But I think a lot. And I don't know if it is 100% bamboo, but it is a bar. They call it a bamboo bar. You can look it up, but it is wobbly. And you know, when you're pressing something wobbly, that is so different. So yeah, I sometimes have it with on my work when I press stuff and it's wobbly and not hanging evenly, and yeah, that type of stuff. So you really have to work the whole body. Next level bar hangen. Yeah. So let's go. You've done a look and I got the last time. Got them with 55. I got an 12, 11 and 10. And with the 62 last block, I got an 8, 7, 6. So only logical thing to get is a 9 or a 10 in my first set. Three plays, let's go. Let's see if you can put one day heavy on the dips, next day on the seals, and now dips again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fuck yeah! Almost a German 9. 9. Got a 9. Happy. Now, gently put in down the plate. hoping secretly for an 10, but I was not feeling so powerful. But not bad. Next up, we're gonna strive for an 8 at least. Fuck yeah. 2 sets to go. Maybe I'm also gonna do some pull-ups just to finish it off. And now I have all my weights out of the way for the coming days at least. Maybe only Friday or Thursday I do an overhead press set and some weighted chin-ups. But you know, I can move those also throughout my week, so Sunday is also alright or anything. But yeah, got most of my weights now done. So now I'm gonna focus the rest of the week on running and the calisthenics. So yeah. And you got here Jacob in the house. Salute Jacob. Much love. So everybody go to Jacob's his channel. I always say it. He is a big supporter of everybody in this game. A real nice guy. People here need a Tjibbe to humble them down. Well, I'm not top of the food chain. I was looking at, fuck me, I don't know exactly out of my head, but I think I was watching those street lifting competitions. Those motherfuckers just press a fucking 140, I believe, with weighted dips. Yeah, it's crazy. And that's in 1 rep max. But that they're doing 100, 120 kilos just for reps. Fucking insane. Those street lifting guys, I don't know if they are on gear. I think so. Because it is real hard to rep weighted dips for 100 kg and above. I can tell you that. That is something else. But if you focus really hard on it, why not? But yeah. Let's go. Another set. By the way, my 1 rep max was years ago an 80 kg. So I hope to break it in 4 blocks. Because this block I'm gonna move up to a 70 kg, and yeah, over 4 blocks, about 4 months or so, somewhere around beginning of the summer, I'm gonna beat my PR for my weighted dips. And that way you can also see I'm not chasing those 1 rep maxes just to get those 1 rep maxes. I just work for months and years towards my goals. Slowly, and that way you keep yourself strong, and you're also not gonna injure yourself that fast. Just take your time. You know, we train for life and not for the moment. Just to watch out that the skin of my legs coming in a chain. So I hope an 8. Let's see. Not feeling that strong, so come on. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. Happy. Fingers. 8. Next up needs to be at least a 7. Motherfucker. Oh. Happy. Wat nu heavier. The punishment is coming. With all the respect, I do one set in 20 minutes. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I never been to a street lifting competition. I think I already had some skin between the plate. Yeah, a little bit. So, I have thought of doing a street lifting competition, but the gaps are simply too big. So I can do it maybe, but I really need to focus on that and only work on specific lifts. So I have to cancel out a lot of stuff that I do, and I simply don't want that. I don't want to choose between one thing or another. I want to do everything I want to do, because everything I do is based on freedom. Calisthenics is freedom. Having a home gym is freedom. Being able to run to anywhere you want, seeing nice things, that is freedom. So everything I believe in is based on freedom. And not only with training. If you look at the whole of the society, everything needs to be based on freedom. Not corruption and oppression and hate. Hate is also a thing that prevents you from becoming free, I think. Because it isolates you in your way of thinking. But that's a more philosophical part. But yeah, you can take this further. What is freedom? By the way, let me know, what means freedom to you? One set to go. Real power if you do it straight after each other. Yeah. It's very limited resting time, because the ATP is just not replenished yet that much. Final set. Want I? 7? Yeah. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. Luckily, I'm hoping at least that not people have me on speaker or anything. Those sound like bad porn. Oh, fuck me. Oh. Sorry, neighbors. I need to wipe my fingers. So, got me 7. But have to take me everything I got. Now I wanna still do something extra. So let's do some extra pulls just to have a nice buyout. Really mark on my leg from the plate. The chain and the plate were rubbing between each other and my skin was between it. It sucks. In here. Wat is hier? Blow my nose also real quick, and then I come back to prepare. So, I'm already hour in. Oh, I can take a sip of water. Put it here. And I'll look at the comments in a bit. A moment. Prepare. As usual here. I don't know how many. I think at least 100. And from there on, just gonna see how I feel. Got no certain time for it, no certain rep scheme. Just gonna get some pull-ups in. This is just a buyout, extra work, which will add up to the volume for the body. Simple as that. So let's see the comments. Maybe nice goal for this year, but to do the street lifting competition. Brave heart, Tjibbe, fighting for freedom. Yeah. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Sometimes I'm watching the videos of other people, and I don't pay attention. Sometimes so I'm looking away and just zoning a bit out, and then I hear the sound and think, fuck, it just sounds like porn and those burpee shit. So you really need to watch the video, or else you're getting a wrong impression. Oh, by the way, I had it one time that I was at work and I was looking at a burpee video of somebody, and I was just paying attention, you know, looking at it. And my colleague asked me, what are you watching? Are you watching porn? Yeah. Not good. I'm gonna set my watch anew for this, so I can keep bit track of time. The goal is to do just some pulls in a reasonable time, but not getting totally worked with it. So yeah, Carty Main, hello, thank you for coming in. I got also everything you want to know in the description. I only need to list my max sets, my AMRAP set, and this one is also not included in the description. But if people want to look at the description, you get an idea of what I have done and what the whole purpose was, the goal for that today. I'm gonna set my Garmin again. Okay, let's go. Walking lunges, 100 kilo with 30 kilo in the neck, with buyout. That's it. Walking lunges, 100 times 30 kg in the neck. Get the calcium here, buyout. Brutal. Yeah, let's just do 5. I did also 2 days ago a big set of pulls, and my hands are burning then, real bad. But because the skin is off my hands because of some blood blisters, they're real, they're a bit more sensitive. So yeah, annoying, you can put it like that. Feel it already. It is what it is. But if you don't want pushy hands, you have to accept some pain. That's it. And people say to me, why don't you wear gloves? Well, because with gloves you get pushy hands. And what's the thing we don't want? That's pushy hands. So you just have to accept that you have some blisters, have a little bit more pain, but in the end, they will grow stronger and adapt. I used to have lots of blisters with running also. I still have those, but only little ones, which they don't bother me. So you have some adaptation. Just throw in those repetitions, your body will adapt. Sometimes it will not be in weeks or months, sometimes it needs years. So yeah, but like I said before, I train for life, not for the moment. You have those guys, those Instagram reels, live in the moment, train for the moment. Fucking idiots. That's how you're gonna hurt yourself. Only thinking of the moment. Gotta take the day, live by the day. Fucking all nonsense is that. You have to think in the long range. You have to think how we're gonna get old and stay fit. So, a little note. I was noticing that my feet were a little bit all over the place. So I need to watch that my feet are close together. And so my legs are also more straight and I get better reps. We want quality. And I really hate those motivational things that people post. Some people also post them, but I like them on a personal basis. But I really have nothing with those motivational things. I want to see hard work from people themselves. That is what inspires me. Not some type of made video with nonsense. They are not believing themselves. And else they do it. Themselves. 25? 30 already. Fuck me. 30, I thought. think Kelsey is busy because he's not he's not reacting. So he's now walking back and forth with a bag in his neck. $35. Let's go. And tomorrow morning, I have again a run on the program. Really, I'm picking up the running a bit more shorter distances, more often, not that long. It's also a time thing, by the way, but that also really prepares me. And you have some recovery because I'm not hitting that hard. So 35, 40. So if you want to recover, just do something a little bit more often with less volume, so your body can adapt. Jaleb, Will, hey bro, how are you? Seeing you after a long time. You have to help me out with this one. I don't remember your name out of my head. $45. You have to help me out, Jaleb. Sorry if I mispronounced that. It's nice. Here's some extra pull-ups after those weighted pull-ups. I've got a bit more volume in the medals. Don't know. Still don't know who you are, my brother. I'm at 50, by the way. Slow 50. $55. And I'm just walking back and forth just to walk it off. If there is a reaction, I will react, but I want to keep moving. I don't like to stand still. I just like waiting for the bus or something like that. It's just uncomfortable, you know? $60. Oh, we got it here. 20 left. Let's go, Kelsey. Come on. Even if you don't remember me, it's okay. I'm your old subscriber and I really like your content. I see the way you respond to people is something which melts my heart. I have nobody to talk. And I see who I feel that I will shape my life and live and love myself great You always need to do that, my brother. Always. Love yourself. Nobody's gonna do that for you. And if you don't love yourself, it's real hard for somebody else to see that also. You know, and the love that you give yourself will also travel and expand towards all other people, which will reflect back and will accelerate, you know, for expand even more. Dus it will counter and will grow. And you can always comment, Jaleb. I will always react to anybody. Always. I will never let somebody hanging. Even if there's a comment which I don't like, I will respond. You have to be a real dick. Will I remove a comment? And that has happened. Not even a handful of times in my whole, in all my years of doing YouTube. So you can put in anything. Just ask Clark. You can ask me anything. 65. Fucking it up already again. No. $70. Major respect. Sharing already helped me with my workout. Hey, let's go, Kelsey. Come on. Keep sharing and caring. That's where it's all about. True. Listen to Kelsey. Love yourself. Go out there, talk to people. Don't be afraid. Don't worry. There are plenty of dicks in the world. So, you know, just don't care about that. Do your thing. And there will always be people who will motivate you, who will care for you, who will be there for you, always. But you have to go out there, you know. I had also had a point in my life when I was younger that I had no friends, I had nobody around me. And at some point I was even homeless. I lost all my stuff. I got very little people around me. And still, there was always light for me. And always light at the end of the tunnel. I knew what was out there, you know. And anybody can see that light. $55. Just bangery. The positivity over here. Damn. Thanks, mate. Of course you bring positivity. That's the whole reason I started this channel. I hate hate. And I hate hateful people. And like I said before, I like freedom. And love is freedom. Hate is the opposite of freedom. It isolates you. It isolates you from other people. It isolates you in your way of thinking. It will hate and negativity will bind you down in the end. So you need love and true positivity. At least true love you need. That will set you free. Totally. Not have judgment. Always support another human being, no matter what he thinks, what he is, what kind of color he is, what he believes. It's not important. We're all living beings. We have to respect every living being equally. And no, it doesn't even matter if it is a human being, an animal, a plant. We have to just respect life as a basic form, you know, and as a basic understanding of everything. That's true evolution over there. Was it 80? $85. By the way, I see too many people hating and blaming each other. You know? We're pointing too much towards each other. And forget to look inside ourselves. And it's just like, look at the name, J-Lab. Just like J-Lab has to need to find the love inside himself, we also need to eradicate the hate that is in us. And I'll be honest, I sometimes have that too, you know, that I'm mad and then, yeah, you want to give blame to the outside, no matter what it is. But that is never true. Everything that you feel, that you think, everything that is only is in here, in your head. Your perception. That is not meaning that it is true. You can believe anything. It will not say that it's true. The funny thing is, I like to watch nature, and nature has no judgment. You can find of nature what you want. You can find it, how do you say that? That is not fair. You know, if another animal eats if an animal eats another animal or anything. But it is fair, because nature is doing everything without judgment. It just is and tries to evolve. Humans, on the contrary, are just destroying stuff just to get richer or something. And funny fact, I'm working now in a house, a big house, a couple of millions, and the owner is passed away not that long ago, so that is sad, of course. But the owner was a couple of weeks ago. Another colleague of me was there, and he was showing off his Ferrari to my colleague. And yeah, he don't know that guy, you know. He was just coming there just for his work, and that guy is showing off his Ferrari. A couple of weeks ago, a couple of weeks later, he is dead. So that materialism, what's that meaning? What he is leaving behind? You know, the big house, the Ferrari and stuff. Showing off your expensive shit just to pass away a couple of weeks later. That is just not what counts. You can look at it and think, what do I have with it? If you are spreading love, on the contrary, that is a different story. And also, I'm working in a house, there are lots of people living there, and they're pretty rich. They drive the newest Range Rovers and anything. They have a Ferrari in the garage, big house, multiple millions, and we don't even get a cup of coffee over there. Fucking cheap bastards. With normal social homes, we get on a regular basis a cup of coffee, and what I get is not important. It is the thought behind it. So you can be rich, but you're too cheapskate to give some blue collar working man a cup of coffee. You know? then you're a capitalist bastard, in my opinion. That is not the way I want to live or be remembered. Like I often say, I believe in equality, also dignity, by the way, and freedom. And those people are just locked inside their home, and that's it. You know, they're not free. They may look free because they have a lot of shit, but they're not free. Really not. Best workout motivation through the influx. Yeah, I'm just rambling now. But that is stuff that is on my mind. So for me, there's also a bit of an outlet clap. I don't know what to say in English, but let go. You know, I can let go my thoughts a little bit, and also throw my thoughts into the air. Although we already are receivers and everything, and senders, but I want to throw it into the ether, what I think. I like that. I'm off to bed. Early start in the morning. Have a good night all. Thank you for coming by, Sam. Have a good night. And good luck tomorrow again. Baronet. 90? 95? Make a 90. $95. Close to 100. I don't even know what time it is. Check my time. Yeah. I'm gonna do 5 reps more. Closed off with a nice 100. Got almost an hour and a half of training. And I did some stuff before this, and also in the morning I did some stuff. So that is enough for me. I need to take a shower, I need to eat some food, and also let myself, how do you say that, cool down a bit, and also let my thoughts rest, so I can go to sleep without thinking too much. Always need some time to process shit. So, it's nice, bit over 20 minutes. Got a small buyout of 100 pull-ups. Jacob is pushing, always. Thank you, Jacob, appreciate that. Thank you all for coming by. I appreciate all the support. Like I said, I do this because I want to spread the positivity. I want to spread training for life. And be healthy, of course. Not only with the body, but also for the mind. We need to train that also. It's maybe a thing that we not always think about, but we should do that. So, with that, I'm gonna close off. Keep repping. Salute. And hey, Booba, salute for coming by. And just, I'm stopping. Have a great day. I'm also done. Let's go, Kelsey. Good work.